just got back from our annual cycling trip to Lexington, Kentucky. It's through an event called Bourbon Country Burn, and it's a 3-day cycling tour of the Lexington countryside. On this tour, you'll experience things like bourbon distilleries, amazing roads, spectacular scenery, and the largest horse farms you've ever seen. Each day you have the option of riding on various distances. It can range anywhere from 20 to 100 plus miles. All the rides start from the Kentucky Horse Farm, which is a giant equestrian facility that's accompanied by a huge campground. Now on this campground is where the event is stationed. You can camp, you can bring trailers. I've seen mobile homes. Companies come in and set up tents for people to use if you don't have any camping equipment. The group also has affiliations with some hotels in the area. Now, we aren't campers, so we stayed in a hotel in a town just north of Lexington called Georgetown. And it's about 10 minutes north of the horse park. So like I said, the campground is sort of the main hub of this entire event. This is where you'll camp, you'll eat, you'll socialize, hear some good music. You can play some games. They also have food every night, and in addition to that, 6 distilleries will come in on Friday night, and 6 different distilleries will come in on Saturday night. People start arriving on Thursday, maybe anywhere from the morning to the evening, and there's nothing formal organized, although they have arranged a short bike ride into town, into Lexington. It's an 8-mile route from the horse park to Lexington and back, and it's all done on trails, so you're never riding on any streets or anything like that, which is nice. A typical day is like this. You'll show up between 7:30 and 8:30 a.m., and depending on which route distance you choose, you might be back anywhere from 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., and if you choose to do the 100 plus mile route, you might not be back till 5 or 6 p.m. It is. It's amazing. Now, when you get back for lunch, there's no organized event for lunch, but there are food trucks, and you can get something to eat there. You can also just leave the campsite and go to a restaurant nearby if you'd like. The organized meals are in the evening for dinner, so it's Friday night dinner and Saturday night dinner. Also, on Friday and Saturday nights, 6 distilleries will come in and you can sample the bourbons that they make. So you get 6 distilleries on Friday and 6 different ones on Saturday. Now you're given 8 drink tickets, 4 for Friday, 4 for Saturday, and you use those to try things out. If you're not a big drinker, I've seen some people just leave their tickets on tables for people to use, or they just hand them out. It's really kind of what you're into. Now, if there's something there that you like, unfortunately, these companies don't bring bottles of bourbon that you can purchase. So that's one thing that I would like to see them change, but maybe there's law that says they can't serve them in situations like this. So the distances you might see on Friday range from probably 20 to 80 miles. We did a 63-mile route this year. On Saturday, that's the day that's reserved for the 100-mile ride. You have to start by 7:30 in the morning, and you also have to hit certain milestones along the way, or they'll send you back. Now, we did a 48-mile route on Saturday, which was great. I think we saw 2 distilleries on Saturday, so that was really nice. When you're on these routes and you come to a distillery that's one of the rest stops, they'll have tastings for you to try. Some charge you, some don't. Traditionally, I have not been charged, but there's one distillery that seems to always charge you to try their stuff. Now, if there's something at this place that you like and you want to buy, you can purchase it, and then they will arrange to have it sent back to the base camp. So if you try something out at 10:30 in the morning that you like, they'll have it wrapped up and shipped back, and it'll be waiting for you about 5 p.m. So right around dinner time. So as you ride through this countryside, you'll be on some roads that are maybe some of the smoothest rides you've ever been on. I mean, they're the nicest roads I've ever been on. They're rolling hills. The hills can be challenging, but the downhills are great. you'll see some of the largest horse farms you've ever seen. I personally have never seen properties this big before. Some of the barns are bigger than the homes. But I guess if you have high-end horses like this, and you need to support them properly. You'll also see things like miles of stone walls along these properties, and behind these walls, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of burning bushes, for example, which I think would be pretty spectacular in mid to late October. But this event takes place end of September, beginning of October, so they haven't quite turned red just yet. But the scope of these properties is overwhelming. One cool thing about riding along horse farms is a lot of times the horses will come to the fence just to see what's going on. They're very social animals from what I can tell. And if you want to take their picture, they'll walk up and you can take their picture. You can wave to them and they'll actually react. Now, the one thing you don't want to do is pet them, unfortunately. It's not unusual for you to pet another horse and spread a germ or a virus or something like that. And if you do that from one horse on one farm to another horse on another farm, then we could be looking at some problems here. So I would say take your pictures, take your selfies, talk to them, enjoy them, just don't touch them. So my rider experience has always been really good. I've never had any problems with cars. They're very respectful. They give you a wide berth. They have a police stationed at high traffic areas, so cars will naturally slow down a little bit and notice that something is going on. So that's nice. Some of these roads, however, do have these giant, I guess, apples or balls or I don't know, something that falls out of the trees onto the road. And they're about the size of a baseball, so you have to avoid those. And it's usually not too hard to do that, but you just got to keep your eyes open. So we've done this event for 4 years now, and we always enjoy coming back. Every now and then we talk about, maybe we should try something different. But, once we actually get to Kentucky and we settle in and we realize how much fun we have here and how enjoyable it is and how comfortable and familiar it is, I just can't see us not coming back to this each year. I think what we'll probably wind up doing is supplementing our year with another ride maybe in the spring. We did that last year when we went to Vermont, and that was really pretty cool. The website is bourboncountryburn.com, and I think registration usually starts in February or March. So if this is something that sounds interesting to you, just go check that site out. So all in all, I can't recommend this event enough. I think you'll really enjoy it, and it'll be money well spent. Okay, so that's about all I have. If you enjoy this content, consider subscribing or clicking the like button or maybe commenting below. In fact, if you have any questions about this event, go ahead and ask it in the comments and I will respond. I think seeing interactions really motivates me to keep creating content like this. So if you have any questions about this ride, just put them in the comments below. So on that note, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.